All right, so it's my last day in Kelowna. Technically, yesterday was my last day, but today is the day I'm leaving. So I'm going back home to Vancouver for a night because it's on the way, might as well. And then tomorrow I'll be catching the ferry to Victoria. And I have a co-pilot with me. His name is Sammy, but he doesn't really want to look at the camera right now, being a little camera shy. Yeah, delivering this dog to Vancouver. It's gonna be, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the roads are gonna be all right. It snowed yesterday, but it's not snowing right now. So hopefully I'll make it in one piece. Anyway, let's hit the road. So I just made it to the ferry terminal. They had a COVID screen. They say to come an hour early because they need to screen you for COVID. It was a joke. It was like 15 seconds. Have you been out of the country? Been to the airport? No. Okay, go. But yeah, this is the lineup that you have to wait in. I have to wait for an hour now. It goes all the way to the end, to where the boat is going to arrive, the ferry. But I'm just going to go explore the market over here in the meantime. Yeah, not much to write home about, so I guess I'll go chill in my car for the next 45 minutes and then on the ferry for the next hour and a half after that. Here we go. All right, so just drove onto the ferry and I'm gonna have to get out of my car. They don't allow you to stay in your car for some reason during the trip. So I gotta get out and you gotta wear a mask, of course, on the ferry. Yeah. All right, so I just made it to Victoria, to the place where I'm spending the month in. So let me give you a tour. This is the entrance hallway, and you'll see a lot of greenery because the person who lives here normally likes plants. So here we have my office, the desk and chair where I work from, with a view of the forest outside. We have the living room couch area. There's my Xbox, of course, with a computer monitor set up, and again, the door leading right outside to the forest. Beautiful secluded area. Big mirror over there. This is my room. Well, I should have made my bed maybe, but I got my map set up over there. Another plant, my Cascadia flag, represent. Over here we have the kitchen. So yeah, I'm going to be spending the next month here and looking forward to it. So let's go explore Victoria. All right, here we are, downtown Victoria. You can tell I'm not in Kelowna anymore because of the rain. And I'm actually standing right now in front of the St. Andrew's Cathedral. I don't know much history about the cathedral, but it's the first like Gothic old style building I've seen in a while. So yeah. So I'm walking around Chinatown, and it's apparently Canada's oldest Chinatown. First one that was ever established. Makes me feel like I'm in Singapore, actually. So right now I'm walking down Broad Street, which is like a smaller side street downtown. And after walking around downtown a bit, it reminds me a lot of Gastown in Vancouver, if you've ever been there. Basically the whole downtown is like Gastown, you know, because downtown Vancouver has a lot of modern buildings, a lot of other kind of districts, but downtown Victoria is really all older style buildings, which is really pretty. So you should come check it out. So I'm at a super cool spot called the Fisherman's Wharf, and it's kind of dead right now because it's the winter, but in the summer it's a super popular spot for locals and tourists alike. As you can see, it's full of these cute little houseboats, all colorful, super pretty, and there are some restaurants and like fast food spots in there also on houseboats. So yeah, it's super cool. So I just made it to the breakwater, which is right behind me, and it's this super long stretch path, a walkway. Well, it's meant to break the water, stop the water. They put a long walkway so you can walk all the way to the end, and it's a fun thing to do in Victoria, so I'm gonna go do it. And if you make it all the way to the end, your reward is this cute little lighthouse and a view of the water. So I'm standing in front of the Mile Zero Monument, which indicates the end of the Trans-Canada Highway, which is a highway that spans all of Canada from east to west. It starts here in Victoria, Mile Zero, and goes all the way to St. John's in Newfoundland on the east coast, which is like 5.5 time zones away, all the way across the country. And right next to it is the statue of Terry Fox. So a piece of Canadian history for you. Terry Fox he's from Vancouver, from Port Coquitlam, which is a suburb of Vancouver, and he had cancer. And so he wanted to raise awareness and money to try to find a cure. And the way he did that was by running a marathon, essentially, across Canada. He started in St. John's. The plan was to run all the way across Canada to here, to Mile Zero. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. He made it to, I believe, Thunder Bay in Ontario, if I'm not mistaken, which is maybe halfway, and then he unfortunately passed away from his cancer. So he wasn't able to complete his journey, but had he been able to, this is where he would have ended up, right here, Mile Zero. So I was just walking in the park when I noticed this peacock, and it came right up to me and just said hi. It's like a meter away, which is pretty crazy, but yeah, there are peacocks in the park in Victoria. So right now I'm at Beacon Hill Park, which is a large park that's just south of the downtown. Unfortunately, this park has a lot of homeless people. There are a lot of tents, people camped out throughout the park. So if you do come, be wary of that. However, if you can also see some cool sights like this moss lady right here. So at the southernmost point of Beacon Hill Park, there is this totem pole, and it's actually the world's tallest freestanding totem pole at 127 feet tall. If you don't know what a totem pole is, it's a form of artwork that is created by indigenous communities from, well, not just BC, but the whole area around the Pacific Northwest. And this is the tallest one that they've created. So, pretty cool sight. And finally, I just made it to St. Anne's Academy, which is another historic site in Canada and in Victoria, right next to downtown Victoria. It's a former school built in the 1850s, and it's just a beautiful building. So it's the end of the weekend. Downtown Victoria is very beautiful, and I highly recommend you check it out. I'll see you guys next week.